Good day everyone. So for today's video, we will be discussing corporate income tax. This is a continuation of the discussion for our course income taxation. Previously, we have discussed individual income tax and we have classified different types of taxpayers for individual like resident citizen and others. So for corporate income tax, we have similar classifications for taxpayers. So one is the domestic corporation, another one is the resident foreign corporation, and non-resident foreign corporation. So for domestic corporation, these are corporation incorporated and operating here in the Philippines. For resident foreign corporation, these are corporations incorporated outside the Philippines but has an operation here in the Philippines. Then for non-resident foreign corporation, these are foreign corporations with income derived within the Philippines. Okay, so for this corporate income taxpayers, for domestic corporations, their income derived within and without the Philippines are taxable. So this is similar to our resident citizen for individuals. Then for resident foreign and non-resident foreign corporations, only their income derived within the Philippines are subject to tax. Okay, so for these three types of corporation, we have also identified three major income classifications or sources of income. One is the basic income or their income from their operation, the passive income, and their capital gains. Okay, so for their basic income, under the domestic corporation, the income from their uh, operation are taxed using 20% and 25% of their net income depending on their uh, corporate classification. Then for resident foreign corporation, they are taxed at 25% on their net income. And under non-resident foreign corporation, they are taxed at 25% of their gross income. So the difference between the domestic corporation and resident foreign corporation, under domestic corporation, their income may be subject to 20% or 25%, and the tax base is their net income. However, for resident foreign corporation, their tax rate is fixed at 25% based on their net income. And the difference between the resident foreign corporation and non-resident foreign corporation is that under non-resident foreign corporation, their tax is fixed at 25%. However, their tax base is their gross income. So for the resident foreign, the tax base is their net income, but for non-resident foreign corporation, their tax base is the gross income. Okay? Then for the passive income of these corporations, passive income of domestic and resident foreign corporation are taxed using the final tax. So the final tax rate depends on the type of passive income received by the corporation. So there are different tax rates depending on the types of passive income received. We have discussed the final tax rates on our previous chapter. So we can base the tax rate on the table provided on our discussion for passive income. However, for non-resident foreign corporation, their passive income are taxed using 25% and actually included in their gross income. Okay, so for the next source of income, which is the capital gains, domestic and resident foreign corporation are taxed using the capital gains tax for their capital gains. And for non-resident foreign corporation, their capital gains are included in their gross income tax at 25%. Okay? So, these are the similarities and differences of corporations classified as domestic, resident foreign, and non-resident foreign corporations. So, the complications actually appear when discussing the tax on domestic corporation, because we need to classify the domestic corporation based on their total asset and net income. So for domestic corporation, we have two classifications. One is general domestic corporation and the micro, small, and medium enterprises corporation. So to be classified as general domestic corporation, your total asset should exceed 100 million. So if the domestic corporation exceeds the threshold of 100 million for their total asset, they are automatically classified as general domestic corporation, meaning they are no longer classified as micro, small, and medium enterprise. So meaning for MSME, you need to have a an asset less than 100 million. However, this is not the only criteria you need to meet in order to be classified as MSME. Another criteria is that your net income should not exceed 5 million. Meaning, to be classified as MSME, you need to meet two criteria. One is your total asset must not exceed 100 million and your net income must not exceed 5 million. Okay? So, additionally, the 100 million threshold must not include the cost of the land where the office and the operation of the company is situated, meaning the total asset of 100 million must exclude the value of the land where their office or the company is situated. Okay? So, what is the difference between the general and MSME when it comes to tax computation? So, for general domestic corporation, their tax rate is fixed at 25%, while MSME are taxed using 20%. So that is the overview of our computation for income tax for corporate taxpayers. So if you have any questions or detailed discussion will be done for other items in the computation of tax for corporation in a separate video. Okay, so if you have any questions, you may um, message me through our MS Teams or our Facebook Messenger group chat, and I think, yeah, that's it. Thank you and have a good day.